Let your light shine among men. They might glorify your Father in heaven. It's real, man. I experience it all the time, 24/7. But I asked for it. I wanted to be a preacher when I was 6, but I didn't know the price I had to pay.
So this sermon must be one of the most powerful short sermons out there, because it seems like this video has tons and tons of views and continues to get tons and tons of views. And the reason I'm doing a reaction to it is because one of the people that I watch that do reaction videos is Nick Jones. He's another Christian creator that reacts to other content that is Christian related. And whenever I clicked on the video that he made about this one of the first things he says is that when he originally watched it, it actually made him cry. So I stopped it right there to go ahead and save myself from watching it so I could make my own video before I even dove into it. So shout out to him to even putting me onto this video. But if you're watching it for the first time, let's go ahead and jump into it. So the title to this one is 10 Minutes to Change Your Perspective Forever.
Got the serious look just like y'all got. That serious, intense look. Because he's trying to find his way. He's trying to figure it out. It's frustrating. I'm trying to listen to God. I got my own flesh and my pulling me here, my own desire, my family, my friends, all these things is distracting me from the truth. And it's difficult to give in, especially when you're young, man. But if you can go through it, you'll come out like gold. If I can go through the fire. They don't want to go through the fire. They want to hit the lotto and go to Jamaica and the Bahamas and do their own selfish thing. But he said, if you wait till I exalt you, I give you the desire of your heart. But it's difficult to wait because everybody's in a hurry. Technology, it's fast. It's in a hurry. They're angry. They're frustrated. They ain't got time. They're on the cell phone. They want to text message you. Y'all in the same car. You going to text message him. He right there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in a hurry. I don't know where they going, but when they get there, oh, they going to be sorry. The faster you try to get there, that career, that money, and you're going to figure it out that, man, it was the journey. It was not the destination. You was in a hurry to get there, to come up, to be this, to be that. And when you get there, you're going to feel discouraged more than you did before you even started to get there. Because it was the journey, the people that you didn't stop to talk to like me at checkout. The people at the gas station. You was in a hurry to get there, but it was the journey. It was the gas station. It's checkers. It's the journey, not the destination. Because the destination is steadily evolving. We always growing in wisdom and knowledge and understanding. It's always evolving. And we can never obtain it because it's steadily, constantly evolving. The more humble you be, then the more you can be fulfilled with the truth. But when you think you got it and you're on your way, then you're going to get less of it because can't nobody talk to you. You can't stop. You're in a hurry. It's a difficult thing, but you got it. I see the intensity. Especially being with him. He ain't nothing to play with. Then he talking to me, and you seeing it, you like, wow. You're already amazed at his skill and your relationship, but he's showing you the journey. That's very important, amen. He's showing you how to relate, connect to the people. I would say this. It's a man with pushing a basket. This man right here, they brilliant now. Don't look at the outside appearance. I've seen him in action. He was pushing a basket. And I was under the bridge. And I was talking to everybody except him. He was the last person I talked to. He said, why didn't you talk to me first? He said, I should have talked. He said, don't you ever pass by a man pushing a basket and don't acknowledge him. I never do it in my life again. I talk to the person pushing that basket. How's your day? How you doing? I talk to the homeless people because they said, be careful how you entertain strangers. And most people that came off the street and they got their career together, they won't even let you know that they've been through it. They try to act brand new. It's a testimony. What you go through, it's for us to inspire somebody else. It's for me to pull the weak ones up. It's for you to pull the weak ones up. We don't go through this because of our own selfish reasons. We go through this to give them a testimony of how far God has brought me. It was never about me. I thought about me. Why I'm going through this. He said, back up, man. Who you going to inspire? Who you going to tell somebody about the glory, the grace of God if you don't go through it? Get out of yourself. And once I step back, I be seeing the deep things of God. And so I don't play with him. I don't ask him for a lot. I just say, give me my portion for the day. I don't want a lot of things. Just give me enough that I can deal with. He said, I give you, but fulfill your bond greater than you can ever ask. I know what you desire. I know what you need. But Lord, give me my portion where I can be grateful, where I can be thankful. They unthankful. They unholy. They ungrateful. They got a job. They don't want the job. They got 40 hours. You can't work on Saturdays. You can't work on Sundays. Now you got 3 days. They always complaining and griping and murmuring. Stop it. He said, be grateful with the little things. And wait, and I put you there. But he gonna put us in a place where they appreciate me in the job. I don't hate going to work. I gotta watch my back. They backstabbers. You making the money, but I can't go to that job because I gotta watch my back. They haters. Put me somewhere where I love going to work. I can get up and they appreciate my work and I blend in. God say, I'm gonna put you there, but if you wanna get it, go ahead and get it.
What do you think about haters?
That's a part of the balance in life. They hate. They don't know why they hate. Tell them why they hating sometimes. They don't know they're hating. It's just standard thing. They get angry. He taught. Every way when he taught them. They hate. They don't even know why. Because they don't nobody teach them. They don't nobody take time to let them know why they're doing things they're doing. And that's the whole purpose of life. Let them know what they're doing wrong if you see it. I always knew I was doing wrong. What about when they showed me long suffering? What about when they forgave me, but I can't forgive him? He made a promise. I made a promise. I didn't fulfill it. They didn't go off on me. Well, I got to go off on him because he didn't fulfill his commitment. That's wrong. You got to teach. They don't know. The only God they know is through you, through your experience. They don't know about church because you can't go to church because it's a business. And all the church people, it's a clique, it's a club. And they done forgot about God. It's a business. Look here. It's just the world. Ain't nobody being bold and talking about God because don't pray in school, take the prayer out of school, all these things. It's the world. We're getting in a time where God is not popular no more. And if you talk about it, I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in God. I believe in this. I don't care what you believe in. Let my spirit speak for me. Let my action. But it was a time when I was just a hearer and not a doer. But it got to balance out. You got to go through the fire in order to be a doer too. You're going to be a hearer, then you're going to be a doer. But don't let people throw you off your journey. You can't beat nothing. It's between your relationship with God. They can't understand you all the time because you're trying to figure out your way. I'm trying to figure out my way. I can't prove nothing to them all the time. I don't need them to figure me out. All I got to do is just be patient and do what was in my ability, my boundaries. I don't need to outstep my boundaries. I ain't got to prove nothing to you. You didn't feel me? No. You can't gonna feel me. I can't put the expectation on you. I don't always feel me, understand me. So that's wrong. Be humble. Acknowledge him in all your ways. When I do wrong, I said something wrong to offend you, forgive me. I got to say it right away, get it over with. If I offend somebody at work, look, if they persecute me, look at God trying to strengthen me to show them who I serve. I say I believe, I'm working with it. Well, teach them. They don't know. They don't know why they're doing that to me. Let your light shine among men. They might glorify your Father in heaven. It's real, man. I experience it all the time, 24/7. But I asked for it. I wanted to be a preacher when I was 6, but I didn't know the price I had to pay. Much wisdom, much grief, much sorrow. Ain't no other way you're going to get it. But if you can just go through the fire, you'll be like gold. The first thing they do when you go to a pawn shop and take what they do? How do they determine if it's gold plated or what? What they do? What kind of test they take it through? When you take the jewelry to the pawn shop, how do they determine if it's real or fake? They put it through the acid test. They put the fire upon it. That's how we know if we're real or fake. We're going to go through the fire. You're going to have disagreement with each other, but it's okay. You're going to be friends. But if you have a disagreement, it's just a different agreement. That don't mean you ain't got to see him no more and talk to her or talk to her or whatever. I want to go to work. I don't want to go to work because they stressing me out on the job. You feel me? They ain't receiving me with my full potential. And I don't know why I don't want to go to work. I got to understand why. Why I don't want the job? Because something ain't right. And I got to acknowledge it. I ain't going to sell my soul for the job. God said, I'm trying to put you over here, or I'm trying to let them know through you, let your light shine. But I'm hating on them because they ain't feeling me. They don't understand me. Hey, man, you got to teach them.
It's great.
You see how they flee?
Yeah.
They want $1, want a quarter. He could have got everything that he needed if he just would have been patient, but it's okay. You recording this?
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm telling the truth. It's all right. I thank God for you. Y'all are blessings to me. A true blessing. I ain't got nothing to hide. My burdens are heavy, but when I'm weak, he's strong through me. He speaks through me. The weaker I get, the more frustrated I get with my life, and I did this, I did that, then the more he speaks through me, the more he takes control of me. That's just where he wants you at. Get frustrated. That's when he gonna speak through you. But he gotta get you in that point where ain't nowhere else to go but to him. He said, those that I love, I correct them. I chastise them. When you go to jail, it's called the Department of Correction, Rehabilitation. But we get mad at the correction. He said, if I didn't love you, I would correct you. He could have took our life. Amen?
Man.
He could take the life. But he corrected me. I just thank God for y'all. I see it in your eyes, but this is what Solomon asked. Solomon was the wisest man that lived. He had everything that man could desire. But one thing God said, leave the foreign women alone. But he couldn't understand why he had a desire for the foreign women. But see, the Lord knew that they were going to turn his heart against him. They were going to make him idol worship and build a God. But he didn't understand it. And I'm going to say this, the preacher, he searched the world out. He said, I want to know the basis behind wisdom and knowledge and understanding and foolishness. See, you can't know wisdom and knowledge and should be a fool, but we don't want to be foolish. That's the only way you're going to get it. You got to be a fool first. How you going to know a fool when you see a fool? How you going to know foolishness if you haven't been foolish? Foolishness, it comes with, it's painful. Because we think we all of that. We got a lot of abilities. We can create. We can send man to the moon. We can be inventors, but we're limited. If I understand that I'm limited, then that's when God takes control and gives me the wisdom that I desire. Humility. Be humble. If you don't understand your purpose, ask God. But ask him in sincerity. What's my purpose, God? Did you ever ask that question? What's my...
Wow. All I can say is I planned on talking a little bit during the video, pausing here and there, giving my thoughts on what was being said. But whenever I actually got into the sermon that this homeless man gave, I didn't want to pause it because I just wanted to continue to listen. But I think the reason that this sermon is so powerful and the reason it keeps going viral is just because the hard truths that he begins to speak. I mean, he starts out by talking about how people are so addicted to technology and cell phones and stuff that you'll text the person right next to you instead of talk to them. That's so true. We have preachers that are unwilling to say some of the truths that he's saying. He also gives a hard truth about going through the fire, being forged through the fire, going through something that sometimes we don't actually reach out to God until he is our last resort. And that we won't know what kind of person we are until we're actually tried through fire. How we come out the other side can determine who we really are. When God takes everything away from you, actually, see, a lot of people think and blame God for taking away the things, the money, the fame, all of these things can be taken away by God. But I'm telling you, 90% of the time, when we go through these hardships, the Bible says that the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Now, sometimes God will take these things from us, because if he doesn't take the money, we will be killed. If he doesn't knock us on our butt because we're too prideful, our pride can eventually get us killed. But the point is, whether it is purely evil and you're going through something because the devil has done it to you, or you're going through something because God has foreseen that if he doesn't take that you behold and love so much from you, it is eventually going to kill you, regardless of who takes it. The real test is, who do you turn to after it's taken? Because when we hit rock bottom and we think that there's nowhere else to turn, that's going to be the true test of what our faith actually is. When we're in jail and there's nobody else to talk to and you're missing your family, are you going to press into God, or are you going to blame him? Are you going to trust him, or are you going to blame him? Because much of what I heard during the sermon was talking about people's ability to still have faith in God even when there was nothing left, or seemingly nothing left in your life to be thankful for, because in your mind you've lost everything. But in reality, as long as you still believe in Jesus, you still have everything. So this sermon is powerful because you don't hear a lot of people talking about this kind of stuff. And it's even crazier to hear it from somebody that is homeless, because, for one, the path of that homeless man and the person videoing it had to cross at the right time. And this man was probably speaking through the Holy Spirit. He didn't prepare to say what he had to say. The Holy Spirit was speaking through him, I believe, especially judging on based how many people have actually saw this video and how many people were affected by this video. It's not a coincidence. It was divine intervention that there was a man at that place and at that time with the camera to record this guy saying these kind of things. And I hope that when I go to Vegas and shoot a evangelist video that I get to meet this guy. That would be insane. But if you know who he is or you know of him, let me know in the comments. I don't know how many views or how far this video is going to reach, but if it reaches far enough that somebody sees and recognizes him, please let me know something about him. There is an update on the video. I'll try to link that either in the comments or the description. But I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling. And as always, keep on the full armor of God and hope you have a blessed day.